Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What is going on, boys and girls? Hope everybody's doing good. It is it is 12:05, starting on time. Oh heck! This is my first time being at Thai New Year during Songkran, and yeah, it's very interesting. Didn't go out yet. Um, the festival begins maybe around 2 o'clock, so just out figured I'll have a show and tell everybody howdy doody, boys and girls. Uh, but yeah, doing good, doing very good. There we go. There we go. Got to push buttons. There, there we go. Yeah, finally left. Finally got out of paradise over in Vietnam. Finally, I got here on Saturday. Hey, Don C, we got Douglas is in the house. Hello, Doug. There we go. Nope. Here we go. Hope everybody's doing good. Old Francis is out having a show, crying about old Biggie and everybody, and how sinful it is and everything. Guy can't talk about Barry no more, so now he's finding new people to talk shit about. Popeye, Biggie, Mick Fisher, you know, everybody that's not in the area that he's at. Very comical. Steve's in the house. Hello, you guys. But yeah, about leaving Vietnam. You know, I was supposed to leave April 3rd. Got to the airport, checking in, and I got sucker punched. Not literally sucker punched, but and yeah, that was. I thought I had the ultimate experience when I was in the Philippines, and things I got dismissed from the country for staying in too long, and yeah, and then I finally leave and come back to Southeast Asia, and I go visit Thailand. Thailand's a wonderful place, and then I go visit Vietnam. Everybody has their own point of view on how they like Vietnam. Everybody thinks or like or have their own opinion and everything. I have my own opinion. I couldn't wait, but I love Ho Chi Minh. In the district where I was at, that District 7, that was nice. A lot of Koreans over there. Got there was a lot of Koreans in the Da Nang. Where I was at, there was a whole bunch of Korean-owned businesses. Hi, hey, Kevin. Hello, my friend. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Again, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to have their own opinion because it's your opinion. Um, one of my friends did the paperwork for me for my visa. I'm going to Vietnam, and yeah, you know, I got a 3 month I got a 3 month visa. I looked at it because they sent it to me through my email, and then I got copy of it, my 2 copies in color, and got all everything taken care of, easy peasy. And again, they got fine print and everything saying when you arrive, when you leave, and everything. But see, in my mind, they the people that did my paperwork for me, I took it for granted that I got 3 months on my visa. January, February, wait, January to February, that's 1 month. February to March, that's 2 months. March to April, that's 3 months. Because on the 17th of January is when I got it. And Mick's in the house. Shout out to you, my friend. Um, so I glanced at it, because I got it and then job printed out and everything. And when I got to the airport in Ho Chi Minh, they wanted to see my paperwork, my passport. I submitted it to them, and they stamped it, and then they gave it back to me, and life went on. Then I got a whim to go to Da Nang. The hotel that I was at was very, very nice. There's a lot of places all over Da Nang that is a nice place. Biggie took me out a few times to go eat, have a drink, like on my birthday and stuff, and uh, yeah, different times he took me out and with his family members and everybody, and Mick followed along with them, and we went to the Dragon Bridge, and then Captain Billy Jack and we hooked up together, and we had a Mexican lunch, which was very nice. Give a shout out to Captain Billy Jack for because Captain Billy Jack and we stayed at the same hotel, different rooms. I had the front room, and Captain Billy Jack was down a couple floors down from me. And then he went to the Philippines and probably fell in love with the country, as most of us do. And when it was my turn, to leave, I got everything all ready, packed up my bags, and got everything taken care of. And I got to the airport, standing in the line, when you check your baggage and everything, and going through the hooplas. And all of a sudden, the don't forget to smash that like button, you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. And it was my turn. Next in line, I got two bags. I reduced everything in size, and I got my regular bag, and then I got a carry-on bag, then I got my computer bag. So I got 3 bags. I bought extra weight for my bags, just in case if they were like a little bit over, then I could switch into another bag, But got everything all taken care of, and then all of a sudden the lady asked for my but she could see my passport, to check myself in, and I gave her my passport, and then I gave her my visa document, and then all of a sudden she goes, "Mr. Hankinson, you are overstayed by 2 weeks." And I go, that's impossible because I have 3-month visa, and and it's not up until April 17th. And she goes, "Please put your bags on your cart and then come with me." So I followed her over to the immigration area. When you go through the airport, you go through your immigration, get stamped, and then you go on your way. And I talked to the immigration office, and I got to the airport around 3 hours early. My flight wasn't going to take off until 1, so I got there around 11 o'clock. And man, I tell you, the immigration officer told me I had to go to the big immigration downtown. And I said, "Well, can't I pay for whatever here and then catch my flight and everything?" And he goes, "No, you have to go through the system." And I go, this is just ridiculous. I'm saying it's in my mind because I already have bad experience about immigration, and I vowed never to have that happen to me again. Because, of old Frank having problems with his immigration, and old Barry having problems with his immigration because Frank snitched on him. So I went downtown. Well, I had to go to the airline desk, and I told them that I'm having a problem with my paperwork. And she says, "Well, you got 72 hours, and after that, your plane ticket is now will be not workable. So you got 3 days to take care of the problem, or." So down below, downstairs, they have a place where you put your bags, kind of like a locker. You pay, and you put your bags in the locker. And so I asked her if I can put my cart with my bags there, and she goes, "No problem." And went to immigration, and a couple of immigration officers. I got there around 11. I like a little bit after 11 o'clock, and they said it's lunchtime. Come back at 2 o'clock because it's lunchtime, and then after we eat, we like to take a rest, like a siesta, and take a nap. So everybody had to leave the building. All non-employees have to leave the building and come back at 2. So I went down the street to a coffee house and did a whole bunch of work trying to get a hold of people, telling them what's going on and everything. And yeah, it was a bad taste. And then they said, "Well, you got 5 working days and everything will be resolved. That's what the man said at the immigration office. And they said come back at 2 o'clock. I went back there at 2 o'clock, and he said go back to your hotel that you came from, and stay there and everything. And I went back there, and I went to recheck in, and I told them what happened, and they were surprised because I stayed for 2 months, a little bit over 2 months, and they said, "Oh, you can't check in because on your passport now it says you're overstay." And I said, "Fuck, this is ridiculous." And I went back to immigration, and I talked to the main officer, and he called up my hotel. He talked to the receptionist, saying that it's okay for me to go back and stay there, and don't worry about there won't be no fines or no investigation why people are staying at the hotel with the bad visa. And the next day, they told the hotel lady, one of the receptionists, that she has to follow me back to the immigration office and act as an interpreter because of the paperwork is all in Vietnamese. So I just said, this is just like a bad dream. And they said, oh, it was on a this was on a Friday that I left, and they said 5 working days. So in other words, Saturday, Sunday they're closed. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Oh, and Monday was a holiday, so they had a 3-day holiday. I tell you, I said, man, this is just horrible. I know old Frank is taking notes and enjoying this, but hey, Graham. But yeah, this was a horrible experience. But luckily, I got money. I got I had 3 days went by, and I went back to the airport, retrieved my bags, and I told the lady at the ticket counter what happened, and she said, your flight is no longer valid. So I had to buy a new ticket. But first I had to wait until I find out when everything is good on my behalf. So I had to get go back to the same hotel and get re-hooked up into the system. And man, I finally left on the 12th. So from the 3rd to the 12th, I had to pay for my room and everything. And I had to leave the hotel twice because they were booked, and I couldn't stay there, so I had to go to a hotel down the street, and I had to pay $50 a night compared to what my old hotel was. And then I went back there and everything, and the hotel staff at my hotel was excellent to me. They treated me very good. They were very telling me, don't worry about it. Things are going to get taken care of. The next working day on Tuesday, the reception, she told me she was going to drive her scooter over there. So for me to meet her there, she was around 10 minutes, 15 minutes late because they told me to get there at 9 o'clock. And she came here like around 15 minutes after 9. So I was happy to see her. But there was people, other Vietnamese people, agencies that was representative, other people, and the visa officer told them that I might need a help for a moment, and I told them that everything was going on, and they said they spoke to the immigration office, and they said they gave me like a thumbs up. And then all of a sudden my helper came in from the hotel. She did all the paperwork, like looking it over and everything, and because it's non-English, and I got that all taken care of. And then they said I have to book. I had to book a plane out of the country. And they said, "How soon do you want to leave?" I said, "As soon as possible." And they said, "Book your hotel. I mean, book your airplane, and then show the hotel lady, and she will take a picture of it and then email it to them." And then I gave them the money, how much it's going to cost me to leave the country because of my overstay fee. So I took care of that, no problem. And then I booked myself back to Bangkok. And man, I had there's another over $200 that I had to spend. And then I bought my hotel. I paid for my hotel from the 12th to the 2nd of next month. I'm all paid up. And man, I tell you, one thing after another. So when people say, "Oh, this is paradise, this is wonderful, and you'll love it over here and everything," everybody has their own opinion. But for me, Thailand, I've been in Thailand for over 7 months, never had a problem because I know it's 2 months, and then I just go into the Cambodia or take the border run and then get my stamp and then leave. But Vietnam, I couldn't wait to get out of that country. Like I said, some people think it's the Holy Grail. And then other people have their own opinion about Vietnam. The people in Vietnam are very nice. The women are kind of shy, except if they're like a working girl, then they look at you. But if they're not a working girl, they keep their head down and keep walking and stuff. But yeah, and everybody has their perfect intake about the place. But again, I did have a problem with my visa. They said I overstayed 2 weeks, and I told them there's no way because on my visa form it said, and then I looked at the fine print and it was 2 months. They didn't give me a 3-month visa. And the funny part is there is no such thing as a 2-month. There's a 1 month and a 3-month. They don't have a 2-month visa. Fucking jerk off. But you can't say, "Hey, you made a mistake." I had to bite the bullet and deal with the problem because nobody gives a shit about your problem. To be bluntly about it, well, that's not true. Captain Billy Jack, I kept in contact with him. Douglas, I kept in contact with him. But yeah, like I said, Captain Billy Jack always been on my side and giving me support and whatever. But I got here on the 12th and just in time for Songkran. And this is my first time in, because last time when I came here, I missed it by like a couple of weeks. So this time I am fortunate enough to experience it. It's not that great. I mean, it is great. I mean, for the first time and everything. I went down my old street that I used to hang out on at Soy 7 and Soy 8. But one day is great, getting splashed and everything by the nasty water. In Cambodia, their New Year and Thai New Year follow on the same calendar date. they just call it a different name in Cambodia. But again, Cambodia is also a Buddhist country, just like here is. But yeah, I got to see old people like Nick and everybody, and yeah, they asked me how am I doing. Told them glad to be back back in Thailand. Oh fuck! But again, these are my experience. Everybody's gonna have, their own intake of it, their own experience when you go on vacation and stuff. Um, I just looked at my passport and found out exactly when I have to leave the country. Guarantee this time I put my glasses on and looking through the because see, it's such a small stamp and everything. But this time I know there's some people saying, "Oh, you should have looked at the everything and this and that and that and this, and it's your fault because you didn't pay closer attention." But again, in my mind, people told me when am I supposed to leave and all this kind of stuff. Well, that was a lesson that I learned. I mean, but it was expensive because I had to buy airplane ticket again, and I had to rebook my hotel again, and all this money that I was saving up to come back to Thailand. Now everything had a huge hiccup, but I survived. I took care of the problem, and I knew I was in the right. So it just, I knew that it wasn't my fault, and it, all this and that. But yeah, everything got taken care of, and really no problem. It just took a lot of time, and I'm not the kind of person that is but because I live by the clock, and I am always on time, and I'm always early to something, and I knew I wasn't in the wrong when it came to my overstay and everything, because I left on the 3rd. I wasn't supposed to leave until the 17th, and again, I'm not going to be like Frank, repeat, but I'm just wanting to let you know that it was very, very interesting, but I'm just glad I have enough money that came out of my own pocket. Yeah, I took care of it, and without anybody's helping me, I took care of it myself. But yeah, things are good, but always could be better. But like I said, I got a roof over my head. I got food, money for food. I'm not out ringing the bell, Frank. I'm not out ringing the bell. Oh, that fucking clown. But yeah, everything is going good. Again, you can't complain because really nobody gives a shit. They love to hear misery, but they don't want to hear everything is good. Then it becomes boring. But when people are suffering, then that's like don't stop, keep on talking. People love to hear the downfall of other people. But I didn't have a downfall. I didn't ask nobody to bail me out or anything. I just took care of the problem. Oh, the guy, the immigration guy, he handed back my passport. And right when I was getting ready to leave, he put his hand out but to shake my hand and say goodbye. So again, you leave. You're not being an asshole. You're not being a prick, and you just take your lumps as they come. And the immigration guy stuck his hand out and told me goodbye. So like, and I'm not blacklisted from the country because again, I think they realized it was their fault, their mistake, but nobody wants to admit it. But yeah, a good time. Anybody want to come up? Let me put the link out. Put the link out in. Anybody want to come up and hang out with me for a little bit? Everybody's welcome. There we go. Yeah, you guys, come on up, smash that like button, hit that super chat button. I know Frank wants some super chat, so hit that super chat, you guys. Make Frank make the prankster feel wanted. Heck. But yeah, you guys had a again being splashed by water. One day is okay, but the whole week, boy, you know, because you can't deviate from like you go out to a hotel, jump on a bus, and then they'll take you to your destination that you want to go to, and no matter what, you're just going to get hit, get splashed by water. And the water's not they're not it's potable water. It's not drinking water. So when you come back to your hotel, you gotta take off your clothes, take a shower, and use soap and everything, and wash out your ears. Because they use that clay and they wipe it on you, and you just gotta. Luckily, the clay washes off pretty easily. That's one of the good things. I mean, it doesn't leave a stain. It doesn't like I don't know if you're allergic to it. If it gives you a reaction. But yeah, always be careful and be safe. There was a white guy in Soy 6 that I seen, and somebody showed it to me, sent it to me, and there's always problems with white people trying parang that they like better than everybody or they are machismo, and the fucking guy got he was challenging a Thai man. I think it was a Thai bouncer, and they're roughly the same height and everything, the same size. And the white guy called him out, and he went out there, and the Thai tagged him and knocked him down. And all of a sudden, it looked like 5, 6 people jumped in, and they started giving the guy the boot. Very, very funny. Not it is funny, but it's not funny, you know. But you know, you just gotta be careful what you do. Again, we are guests in other people's country, and we can't afford to make a spectacle of ourselves, even if you know the guy was under the influence. And again, a lot of people when they become under the influence, the real them come out. Life is good. What's up, Blue John? What's up, John? But yeah, you guys, things went by good. Even though I had a small hiccup. had a small hiccup and put a monkey wrench in my stay over there in Vietnam. But yeah, a lot of people recognize me, even though I was gone for like almost 3 months. A lot of people recognize me and stuff and saying hello to me and bought me a couple of drinks and everything. So yeah, it's good to be recognized, Frank. It's good to be recognized. But people say hi to you, but they're not really saying hi to you, Frank. They're saying hello to Yoda. They're not saying hello to you. They might even not even know who you're with. Oh shit. Yeah, I was listening, watching him. He is a bitter fucking person. Like I said, you feel bad for him, but nobody really cares. There we go. There we go. Talking out loud. Come on up, Kevin. There we go. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, just like what you just said. As long as they recognize you in a good way, instead of like, oh, there's that Frank guy. Yeah, Captain Billy Jack's in the house. Hello, Captain. How are you doing? Hope everything is going good with you. Up. There we go. Yeah, we got Baloo John hanging out with us. Hello, John. Captain Billy Jack's in the house. Got Steve in the house. Expat forever. That's probably Frank in the corner salivating. Oh, yeah. Like I said, shit just doesn't get old. Gypsy's in the house. Oh, Gypsy. Captain's in the chair. But yeah, things are still going good. And again, I lost time, a little bit of money, but I didn't get devastated. But again, got to look at the fine print. Make sure don't take other people's word on when you're supposed to leave. Just look at the fine print and get things um, taken care of when it comes time for you to leave. But yeah, got a got a good war story again. Coffee cup. Yeah, I think today I'll go out with my GoPro and do a. I made it short earlier. Check it out. But yeah, I'll go out again and do another filming before it's completely over. Hey, be careful. Hey. Yeah, Captain Billy Jack was with me quite a bit in these different countries. Never went back to the Philippines, but Thailand, Vietnam, everything. He's a pretty good guy to hang out with. Everybody wants to have a good time and mind their own business. Don't be a spectacle and draw attention to yourself. Just go out, kick back, have a good time, and live life to the fullest. Like I said, try to learn from your mistakes, and just going. Keep on going straight. Don't go backwards. Can you even return to the Philippines? Well, I got a whole bunch of people that said yes, I can. So that's nice. Well, you guys, I'm gonna get off. I just wanted to come on shortly and say hey, because a couple of people knew I had a mishap, and then I just got up and left and everything, and yeah. Yeah, Holy Week. Well, like Good Friday, right? Getting ready for the Catholic Easter and all that kind of stuff. Biggie, how you doing, Eric? Big E's in the house. Yeah, I got it taken care of, and just happy that it wasn't like blown out of proportion, and I just can get everything taken care of. And I'm old talking shit about you and stuff, and I thought that was quite fun. He when he's around you, then he's your buddy and everything. But moment your back is turned up, will start stabbing you like a little squirrel that he is. But yeah, things are going good. Things are good. But I just want to come on and give my part, because like I said, everybody has a little bit of hearsay, or they think they know what happened. I got it all, got everything taken care of, and very, very good. There we go. There we go. So yeah, if anybody want to come up, let me throw out the link one last time. But yeah, that Songkran, Thai New Year, it's good for one day, but for the whole week, getting bombarded with, the water is okay when they throw it on you, but when they have it in ice cold water, that just torturing you, torturing you. But regular water, like when they have it in a bucket with no ice, and then they spray it on you and everything, that it feels good. But when they have the ice cold water tagging you on the face, or on your neck and everything, then it's not a good experience no more. The first time, ha ha ha, gotcha, but over and over and over again. But yeah, got it. That's why you're here, so you can't bitch and moan, because you came to this place just for this holiday, and don't complain that you don't like it and everything. You just got to deal with it. Got somebody on backstage. Hey, Biggie.
You can ring my bell, ring my bell.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
one thing I learned my lesson long time ago on ringing the bell and want to keep up with the 2 week millionaires. Yeah, that's not me no more.
no bell ringing for you, Mister.
Oh man, like I said, um, the bar girls that you can't afford, these uh, bell ringing that you can't afford.
Well,
You
you
keep
can't.
away from that stuff, and it's okay.
Well, you can't afford anything in life, but you got to do it sometimes, just for the heck of it.
Well,
At
yeah,
least you have,
like
at
I
least you
said,
have the
this
memory.
is a nice place, interesting, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
you have the memory of it. Anyway, you're gonna see Captain in a couple hours. Hopefully, you guys can
Oh, really?
have a few tacos and remember me. Remember our first
Now,
trip
I
to
was just saying earlier that we all met up. Mick Fisher, Captain Billy Jack, you and April and everybody. We
Yep.
I was saying that we went had Mexican food at the
Well,
restaurant. I mean, close to where you guys are from.
I think you and Captain are going out in 2 hours. He said so.
Oh,
Um,
I can't. I don't got my glasses on, so I
so if you
can't can't.
if
I
you
did get
happen
a
to go to
super chat. Thank you, my friend.
if you happen to go to Sunrise Tacos, just remember me because that's where I met you first time. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was good.
so no bells and no rounds for the whole bar.
No,
Maybe
no,
just go.
no, no. Whenever I hear the bell ringing, I just cringe because deja vu.
And you know what? Make sure you check your passport because they're talking about changing Thailand back to 1 month, but I don't think they've officially done it yet. You might have gotten lucky. Just
No, well, next month is when they supposed to do it. So I came back just in time that I got my 2 months already.
Great, good, 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 good. All right. Well, I only have a second here. I just wanted to say, don't ring that bell, and you'll be good. Good to
Yeah, I
go.
mean, like I said, I learned that lesson, and now that was a hard lesson. Getting my immigration, that was a lesson too, but it wasn't. It didn't hurt that bad. Ringing the bell, too many times that came at a price, and I got out of it, but
You
yeah,
ring
that
it.
that cost me. Um, uh, it made me grow up.
Well, you ring it once, Kevin. Don't ring it once every day. Just once. Go.
Well, yeah, when there's only like two or three people, because as a Westerner, when you ring the bell, the whole bar drinks, and in my mind, that's how it is. But not how it is here in these countries. Only certain people get to drink. Not You're not splurging on everybody.
I hear you. Well, I hope you guys have fun. Have fun. Be careful with the heat. The heat index is up around 40 plus, so it's hot out there. So just be careful.
Yeah,
I know you
it was
like the
like around
heat.
90. Yeah, it's 93 and it's cloudy.
Cloudy. Yeah. Well, anyway, I got to run, buddy. I just glad you made it safe. Have fun there in Thailand.
Uh, Thank you, my friend.
All
I
right.
appreciate you coming on and saying hello.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
All right, buddy. Have a good week. Got a super chat. Thank you guys. Let me highlight that. Better to have ring the bell and lots never even. Yeah, that's true. But you don't want to experience the shit that I had to go through afterwards. Um, I go, fuck, I rang the bell and it cost how much? Fuck. Yeah, that was difficult, but again, you don't want to keep on doing that mistake. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys for coming out. Smash that button, like button, and thank you for the super chat. We always appreciate you guys is coming out and hanging out with us and doing that. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I just came on, give you a heads up. But yeah, we're gonna go have lunch someplace, so that's nice. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you all later on. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us here in the bullpen. Live life. Um, enjoy what you can when you can. Be happy that you got friends to hang out with, and like I said, just keep on doing what you're doing. And there's always going to be some little man poking fun, poking to get a rise out of you and some stuff. They usually have a size problem, like they never been big enough. Um, you know, there's always people out there that I'll show them. Nobody's gonna kick sand in my face again. You keep believing that, Frank. Keep believing that. Karma is gonna come one day. Like I said, every dog has its day. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. Just live life to the fullest. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you all later on.